What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to episode 105 of my road to Manchester City. A longer episode today, and I guess it's a gift for you guys because I didn't upload yesterday, Monday. I actually had to work on Sunday, which is the first time I've ever had to do that. And it didn't give me time to edit, which is what I usually do on Saturday and Sunday for Monday's video. So I didn't get a chance to do much editing, so I didn't complete the video in time to upload on Monday. However, this is Tuesday when you're seeing this, and nothing's really going on in FIFA. I mean, we have obviously the big news in FIFA right now is that FIFA 18 was announced, and that Legends will be coming to both Xbox and PlayStation, which is actually very interesting on how it's going to affect the game. And I really am curious to see what happens at the start of next year. What is going to happen with the Xbox market, and also what's going to happen with the competitive scene with FIFA. Obviously, they've taken a big step this year to try and push the game as an esport. And while I don't agree that it's fully there yet, because there's a bunch of problems in the game, they're definitely trying their best to, well, they're trying, right, to make it an esport. But yeah, other than that, we start off this episode, we take a look at the trade pile, we sold off some more consumables, and I think I showed you guys some of the consumables I will be selling. And I jumped into a draft because I said, you know what, I still haven't had a chance to buy the City players at a good price. Although that's going to change very soon, I'm telling you now. I'm getting real tired of waiting. And I can't play divisions. And the only time I seem to be playing FIFA right now is during daily knockout tournaments when I go and win or try and win the Team of the Season player. So I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead, do a draft, have some fun. I've been having fun with the draft. We get some more packs. There's some good Team of the Seasons coming out soon. I think La Liga is actually this Friday. And it might actually give me a chance to try out some of the new Team of the Seasons. And lo and behold, the first pick we get in the draft is Team of the Season De Bruyne, who we will be getting sometime soon. So we started off this draft pretty well. I was pretty happy. We got the man of the match Aguero. We got the 90 Dybala. We got the man of the match Pogba. Team of the Season Herrera, who I really wanted to give a shot because I've heard good things about Herrera this year. And while I don't really like him as a player in real life, he is good. He is good. I hate to admit that. He is a good player. I just don't like him. But it's nothing, I don't know, whatever. But we get a good draft over here. Unfortunately, the formation wasn't something I really wanted. In the draft, it's never that great to get the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, despite it being one of the best formations in the game, or the 4-3-1-2. Any formation that doesn't have wingers in the draft is usually not that great to have unless you're lucky, which I kind of was over here because I did get some really good midfielders, because you don't get the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, because they're wingers, obviously. So I wasn't really happy about getting the 4-3-1-2, especially since it's a formation that I really haven't played with, but I was confident enough to choose it because the other formations were even worse. And we end up getting this as our draft over here. Not too shabby. There is some weaknesses, obviously. Our center back and goalkeeper are not the greatest. And of course, having Wellington up top with Aguero on like no chem wasn't something I was too excited about, but I had to deal with it because I tried looking at like better options over here, but I didn't have any other striker. I couldn't put Neymar up top because I think he would have gotten even less chem than Wellington. It just didn't make sense, and I preferred having Neymar as a sub anyways. And we go into the first game over here. We come across a 4-1-2-1-2, and actually the 4-1-2-1-2, this one isn't that bad of a formation to get in the draft because it gives you obviously that chance of wingers, which the narrow doesn't, even though it's a better formation in the game. I don't know. It really depends on your luck. But this guy has 75 chemistry, which isn't that great. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe 70 chemistry or 75 actually is just enough to where you can play and not notice it. Because I've come across so many low chem teams throughout the years, and I never seem to notice my opponent being affected from the low chemistry. But maybe I'm just wrong, and I just don't notice it. However, we take the lead over there early on, 1-0, good start. And in the 18th minute over here, our opponent is looking for a way back into it. Lewandowski to Messi. Messi does well to get around my defender right there. And Dybala has a shot, and the rebound falls perfectly to Lewandowski, who makes it 1-1. So a little bit of an annoying goal to concede. Would have just liked it if Dybala scored it, because it would have been a defensive mistake. But no, the false hope in FIFA. He misses, rebound goes right back to him, and he scores. So we're tied 1-1 early on, and not too long after he scores that first goal, he would have a chance at a second. Over here, Layun gives it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski swings it across. Messi one-times it. And you know what? I am not going to complain. That was a quality goal. And what I found funny about this, I just realized, is that Lewandowski crossed it into Messi. Normally you'd think it'd be the other way around, because I've played it actually in the past, if you guys remember. I've played a guy who just had Lewandowski up top and he just constantly swinging crosses to him and he'd always score. But this time he swung it across with Lewandowski and Messi scored. Now fair enough, Messi didn't score with his head, but that volley was very, very nice. And I couldn't take anything away from that goal because it was a very good goal. We do end up equalizing though right there not too long after, and this game is just looking to be a goal frenzy. 30 minutes in, we already have 4 goals, and Wellington over here makes it, well, he doesn't make it 3. He contributes to the 3rd goal as Aguero scores from a very tight angle right there. When I scored that, I said, what? I couldn't believe that I actually scored from there. That was a really tight angle, and he scored with his head, which I think is an even tougher task than scoring with his leg there. But we take the lead once again, and in the 35th minute, we're looking for that 4th goal over here. Aguero holding up the play, gives it to Pogba. Pogba back to Aguero. Aguero does well to beat Ramos right there. Gives it to De Bruyne, who just stands still, finesses into the top right corner, and scores an absolute screamer of a goal to make it 4-2. Gives us that 2-goal cushion, and I was really liking the feel of De Bruyne in this game. He felt a little bit faster than the other card that we had. He's obviously not the quickest, but his shot and passing is just unreal. If you can take a good shot with De Bruyne from a good angle, it's going to go in, I feel. So I'm really excited to get that Team of the Season card sometime soon because he was tearing it in this game. And we head into the second half with the 4-2 lead still. Stats in our favor, and definitely a game that I thought I could win. And in the 57th minute, he swings in across from a corner. He wins the header with Neymar somehow. It goes past my goalkeeper. And just like that, he is back in the game. So it was going to be a little bit nervy over here because despite me thinking I was the better player, this guy had 3 goals. So I had to expect the unexpected. And in the 58th minute, like from kickoff pretty much, we would try and get that 2-goal cushion back. So we give it to Modric, who just takes a long shot from, I don't even know how far out that is. It's got to be more than 30 yards, I think. And puts it into the bottom right corner. And Modric was another one. I complained about getting a formation with a lot of midfielders, but honestly, like I said, I got pretty blessed with the midfielders I got because we got De Bruyne, we got Pogba, we got Herrera and Modric. Those are some really good midfielders, and the Team of the Year Modric is just so good in this game. Something I regret not doing this year is playing with more with other leagues. Honestly, I stuck with the Premier League all year long. The only time I played with another league was early on in the game when we played with like the Liga NOS or something like that, and I think we played with the Bundesliga, and when I occasionally played the draft this year. But man, if I had tried different leagues like the Serie A or La Liga, I think I would have loved the game a lot more. But that's the story for a different day, I guess. We do end up making it 6-3 right there with Dybala, who I had brought on, and that just pretty much sealed the cake. If that makes sense. Sealed the cake? No, it put the cherry on top of the cake. That's my saying. But it sealed this guy's fate. As we ended up winning this game 6-3, we make it past the first round of the draft. And we started off pretty well because I honestly didn't think I'd get too far with this team. I mean, come on. Actually, can I complain? The team is really good. But it doesn't have the essentials when you think of the draft, right? You think, where is Ronaldo? Where is Messi? Well, I didn't have that in this. So, am I an underdog in this? Probably not, because I still have an amazing team. But I was a little bit handicapped because I didn't have the best of defenders. I forgot about that too. I didn't have a great center back in Musacchio. And my goalkeeper is terrible. Let's be honest. He's Argentinian, and I'm just going to say it anyways. He's terrible. So, it was going to be a little bit difficult. So, getting past the first round of the draft, pretty happy with that. We went ahead and opened up that gold pack right there that I actually completed from the marquee matchups, and I should have opened the last episode, but I forgot to. I just opened it now because there's no point holding it on for like the Serie A or La Liga or whatever, because it's such a terrible pack that there's like literally no chance of me getting anything from that. So we went ahead and opened up the Electrum Players pack, another pack that's not that great. I'm not a big fan of these Electrum packs, even though I did get some pretty good pulls this year through the Electrums. But still, I'm not a fan of them. So I went ahead and opened up those guys. But we're saving the good packs for the team this season that's coming soon. And I really hope, from what I heard, is that La Liga is going to be on Friday, which I really hope it is, because that should really bring down some of the cards that are on the market right now down. And what I mean by that is De Bruyne and Aguero. I hope they drop a little bit with that. But this year has been so crazy when it comes to the market. So you never know. They could go up for all I know. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to go ahead and play the second round over here. And I think I showed you guys the trade pile, if I'm not mistaken. I sold off some cards that I have in the club, and I will be selling off more of those. But we go into the second round. We come across a 4-3-2-1. And this is a deadly, deadly team. This guy's team is better than ours, without a doubt. He's got Team of the Year Ronaldo, the 90-rated Griezmann, the Team of the Group Stage Messi, Team of the Year Iniesta and Modric, and then Pogba, and then his defense. Like, this guy got one of the best drafts you can get. Like, I didn't see any weak link in his team. And in the second minute, this guy was a good player as well. He gets a chance over here. He hits the post, and then Ronaldo misses the open net. I couldn't believe that. I just, my jaw dropped when he missed that with Ronaldo. I said, wow, I just got away with murder right there, because that is something you'd expect Team of the Year Ronaldo to score 10 times out of 10. And not too long after that chance that he got, I went on the counterattack and had a chance with the Aguero. However, I tried shooting it at the near post, which would have worked 2 years ago. And I ended up missing when I should have just gone for the bottom right corner with the low-driven shot on Aguero's weak foot, but whatever. So we head into the second half 0-0, and I know what it looks like, guys. I know what it looks like. It looks like this guy is having his way with me, and I am going to lose this game. But hear me out. The stats didn't lie. I'm not saying they lied, but they weren't as crazy as it seemed. This guy definitely had the better first half, but he did not like absolutely dominate me like the stats said they did. I didn't really create anything, so I can't say I played good in the first half, because the stats weren't lying about that. I only had that one chance with Aguero, and that was it. But this guy's shots weren't that great. He had that one chance early on, but other than that, it was a pretty even game. And I ended up making it 2-0. I did score early on in the second half. Second half was much better for me. Maybe. We'll see what happens with that. Modric ends up scoring another long shot right there. Gets us that 2-goal cushion. However, from kickoff, this guy goes ahead. Runs with Ronaldo. I do well to stop him over here. Rose takes it away. Pogba plays a terrible pass to Iniesta. Now, this was weird. Like, I'm looking at this back and I'm thinking, what if, right? But I won't spoil it. Okay, so Iniesta shoots right there. It heads off Musacho, deflects off, goes for a corner. This guy ends up scoring a corner, so our 2-goal cushion is short-lived as Griezmann puts it into the bottom right corner right there. And this guy was really feeling it. I'm not sure if he went attacking or not, but he was really feeling it. He had the faith that he can get back into it, and I don't blame him. I would too when it's only the 83rd minute and you're down by 1. However, 88th minute, I do a stupid tackle with Pogba. 2 mistakes by Pogba. Obviously, one of them, well, I guess both of them are my fault, to be honest, because I was controlling him. But I end up coming from behind. Pogba sent off, straight red. No questions, it's definitely a red. And with that, you know, just FIFA things. Falls to Ronaldo, shoots outside the box. Fair enough, this is Ronaldo, the best card in the game. But man, 2-2 in the 90th minute, man. I just felt like it was coming. I felt it coming, guys. But that would take us to extra time. So we have a 2-0 lead in the 83rd minute. We absolutely blow it. by giving up 2 goals, and we would head to extra time. Stats still in our opponent's favor, but I'm telling you guys, they're not the full story. This guy wasn't crushing me. He was a good player. He did a couple skills there, here and there. He wasn't a bad defender, but he wasn't that much better than me. Honestly, he wasn't better than me, man. I could have beat this guy. I'm so salty about it, but whatever. Anyways, another red card, because why not? He sends a through ball. I tried holding onto his shirt. Another stupid play by me. What was I thinking pulling onto his shirt? Musacho was already on a yellow, so that was always going to be a red. And with that, we were down to 9 men. However, this time I did end up switching something around because I kind of had to. You can't play without a center back. Well, you can't play with 3 center backs unless you're amazing or something, which I am not. So I end up bringing on, who did I put down at center back? I didn't get to see it. Did I put Herrera? I don't even know. But yeah, we ended up losing another midfielder pretty much because that's what I did. I switched out a midfielder, put him in the defense. And we ended up going down to penalties. So a game in which we were winning 2-0 goes to penalties after we blow it in the 83rd minute. And we have now gone to penalties. Never something you want to go to in FIFA, unless you just love the adrenaline rush, I guess. And our opponent misses, but we miss right after. Now, why is Oblak taking our second penalty? Is it because we had our whole team sent off? Maybe. But I still don't know why Oblak is taking my second penalty. Either way, I should have scored that. It was a terrible penalty by me. He ends up saving it. He ends up scoring his next one, though, with Marcelo. I end up scoring my next one with Dybala, and it's tied. Well, it's not tied. I had the lead, but he goes over here and misses it, which is good because now we have the lead. If we keep scoring, we'll win. However, De Bruyne steps up, shoots, and scores. We have the lead. So things are looking good. We're winning 3-1 in penalties. And over here, he steps up with this guy. Who is this guy? Is that Griezmann? Lovely finish. Bottom left corner. Makes it 3-2. And now, this is important. I think if we score here, we win. However, we step up, and what do you know? We miss. And with that, our opponent is back into it. So if he keeps scoring and I keep scoring, it'll keep going. Ronaldo steps up. Bottom left corner. Great finish once again. And now it's all up to Modric. Modric steps up, shoots it the same way as the last guy that I shot it with, and I miss. And now his Modric steps up, shoots it to the bottom right, wins the game, and just like that, we are the losers of this game, and we end up exiting the draft in the second round. That hurt, guys. I don't care much about FIFA these days anymore because it's almost over, but that one hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt. I honestly felt like SpongeBob in that one episode where I think it was like a dream or something, where Plankton was the manager, and SpongeBob gets that drink wrong for like a customer, like he gets the wrong size, and he's like soiled it. I felt like SpongeBob right there because I soiled it all right. I soiled it bad right there. I had the 2-0 lead and I absolutely blew it. And we exit in the second round of the draft for the first time ever because in the last few drafts that we've played, we've made it to like the semifinals or finals each time. So getting out in the second round was annoying. And adding on to that, we get some terrible packs that just don't make us our money back, which is even worse. But let's look at the bright side, guys. Let's look at the bright side. At least now I don't have to keep playing the draft for a couple of episodes, which is normally what I do. And honestly, right after I made the draft, I remembered, oh, wait, the Daily Knockout Tournament's going to come out soon, and I want to record that. So there's a light at every tunnel, right? At the end of every tunnel. So I guess that was the one for this one. We don't have to worry about playing the rest of the draft games, and we can focus on the Daily Knockout Tournament for the next episode. But yeah, that is going to conclude this episode of my road to Manchester City, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, next episode, we're going to go ahead, play the Daily Knockout Tournament. We're going to try and win that Marquinhos. And I also sold off some cards over here. I'm emptying up the club of bronzes and silvers that sell. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.